How could the Canadian military attract more recruits?
Well, I mean, it all goes with, I guess, education and publicity and getting the word out there to young people. Uh, I guess the big challenge right now is there's a lot of opportunities for young people for jobs, and they're competing with a lot of other businesses and a lot of other industries. So I don't know, getting into the schools, I guess, getting the word out at a young age that it's a, and giving them letting them know that when they go through the military, I think they get part of their education paid for as well once they're out. So it's not just being a soldier. You can be an engineer, do a lot of things in the military. It's not that evident to young people, I don't think.
The process is too long. They hear back from them months and months later. And I think that's a reason why a lot of people don't even begin the process of signing up. I think that's something which stops them.
I would say probably if there's more advertisement, possibly, because you don't see much of that. And just to show the benefits of it, maybe that would be, because I know there's a lot of benefits to joining the military. I wish I had actually joined the military, so when I was younger.
I don't know. I have some friends in the military, Gagetown, and they've done a lot already to try to attract more recruits and being far more inclusive and that kind of stuff. So I don't know. Maybe they've done all they can do. Maybe people don't want to join the military.
I think you should have a conscription or a draft for young people. I think it's an opportunity to learn some skills, provided they're learning skills other than digging a trench or something. I think it's a good opportunity from that standpoint for young people.
Probably better pay, better support once they get out. Too many of them are coming out with PTSD and not finding the supports they need. And I don't know, better leadership in the military.
By treating them properly and not disrespecting them like they have been in the past.
I honestly don't see a lot of advertisement personally in where I am in Kamloops. So I feel just even posters and putting signs out and stuff like that where people can just see it. I feel like it would get ideas in people's heads.
By offering more competitive wages, better housing,
better benefits, places to go after they've retired.
Knowing that when they've retired or been discharged, that there's a way for them to deal with what they've seen. I have a few family and friends that have been in the military and they suffer from PTSD, and some of them still are trying to get help.
I haven't given it a lot of thought, but I would think probably by offering scholarships and paying for all sorts of different training and education, I would think.
So going on what we talked about earlier, I think attracting more recruits. I'd like to see more Indigenous, me being Métis, in the military, and even funding towards that, because a lot of them are looking for these opportunities, but I almost feel like they don't see the stepping stone to get in, or they almost still feel judged these days. And even just funding in general, even pushing, not say pushing it, but at the end of high school being like, hey, when you're an adult, is this something you're curious about? Maybe there's just a crash course you can take on it. So I guess we have, because we need more youth Canadians in the military. And if it's kind of this thing where they think you're just going to war and dying every time you go out, where it's not like that. Yes, there is that protocol that when war happens, you go, but a lot of our military does do just first aid services and helping out with just say other countries and just helping out in third world countries. So it's not just war, shoot. And I think this younger generation needs to realize that that's what it is.
Honestly, I don't really think we should. I think we should be focusing our funds on other resources like social systems, revitalizing our healthcare, and just focusing on the people rather than an already, in my opinion, overinflated defense budget.
I think attracting today's youth is a different animal. I look at what people are interested in doing today when I talk to younger people, and it's certainly a different trajectory than what we would have looked at in my generation. Less traditional roles, less traditional type of interests. So if you can connect it to social media or YouTube in some way, maybe you'll attract them. I don't know.
Simply pay them more. You want to compete at a level with the rest of the world, pay them more. Or you're going to get what you pay for.
I think it's always a case of money. I think they haven't treated their veterans very well. So I don't know. You know, everybody's working for a pension. I don't have one myself except my regular old age pension. But nowadays, it's almost unheard of that if people don't give that kind of benefit, they won't get people to work for them.
Well, they have to start really very early on in the school system and present a positive aspect to what that might look like in supporting Canada and its role internationally. I think what happens is it's sometimes not the first choice for people who choose to go into the military. Perhaps. I do have some experience with that. The military is not. I don't think we have enough respect for the role that we do play internationally. I don't think children are brought up necessarily to believe that that's something that we should be doing. So probably you have to start in the schools.